What's up, everyone? My name's Sean Goldfan, CEO of Coefficient Labs. We're a paid acquisition team for venture-backed startups, and in this series, we are cracking LinkedIn ads. In this lesson, you're gonna learn how to set up your LinkedIn account the right way. We'll be covering the 3 most important steps of onboarding onto the LinkedIn ad platform, plus a bonus topic on automation for all you advanced marketers out there. The first thing we'll cover in this video is around creating your actual campaign manager within the LinkedIn ad platform. The second most important thing once you've created that campaign manager is to actually install your insight tag, and we're gonna teach you how to do that. The third and last most important part of this lesson is around creating your custom conversions. Custom conversions are used to track conversions and behaviors of people after they've clicked on your ads. The last little bonus we've added into the video is around lead automation and using a tool called Zapier to help you drive your leads directly from LinkedIn into your CRM system. Without further ado, let's get into today's lesson. Now, let me caveat this by saying that this lesson is really intended for anybody that's a seed, Series A, or Series B startup. You're either totally rebooting your LinkedIn ad account, like literally starting from scratch, or you're a founder, head of demand gen, growth lead that's rebuilding, retooling, and just generally trying to make sure that all your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted. Anyways, use this video as a checklist and guide to make sure you have all your bases covered. The first step in setting up your ad account is creating your campaign manager. Here's how you do it. Okay, you're gonna log into LinkedIn, click on the squares in the upper right-hand corner. You're gonna name your account, connect your company LinkedIn page, and then click the Create Account button. Now we're going to make sure that our business tag and custom conversions are set up correctly first. This tends to be where most startups make their biggest mistakes because they think of setting up their tracking as an afterthought and immediately want to start going in and building out their audiences. Again, this is a huge problem that tends to show itself later on down the road. To install your pixel, click on Account Assets, then Insight Tag, then click See My Insight Tag. Here you'll see a screen where you can either install the tag yourself, send the tag to a developer, or use a tag manager like Google Tag Manager. If you decide to install the tag yourself, click and copy the code from the clipboard and paste it directly into your website's global footer, right above the closing HTML body tag. Adding the tag to the footer will let you track conversions or retarget on any page across your website. If you send the tag to a developer, LinkedIn will ask you to send the code to the email that they have on file. You can see that button right here. And then you can forward that along to your developer. The last way, and I think probably the best way, is to install the LinkedIn tag using a tag manager like Google Tag Manager. What's great about using Tag Manager is that you can actually install the LinkedIn tag without actually changing the website code. It's also an easy way to validate whether or not the tag has been set up properly. Here's the steps you would take to install the LinkedIn tag using Google Tag Manager. Start by clicking on the Tag Manager button. Click on Google Tag Manager or any of the others that are applicable. The reason we like Tag Manager is because you can do all of your important tags there: Google Ads, Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, etc. So now you're gonna go into your Google Tag Manager. Once you've created your account, click on Tags, create a new tag, then click on Choose a Tag Type. Type in LinkedIn in the search bar. Then you're gonna click on the LinkedIn Insight tag, and it's gonna ask you for your Insight ID. It's really easy to grab the ID. Just go back to your LinkedIn Campaign Manager and it should be right there waiting for you. Click to copy it. Now you wanna paste that ID into your Google Tag Manager. You wanna put it on all pages. Then rename your tag to something you can easily find, like LinkedIn Insight Tag. It is crucial to make sure that you've installed your Google Tag Manager correctly on your website. Remember to put the code in the global footer of the website. Once it's installed, you should immediately start seeing data come in for the LinkedIn Insight tag. You'll know that it's working once you see the green dot showing the Insight tag is active. Now that you have your Insight tag set up, it's time to set up your custom conversions. You may be asking yourself, why do I need to set up these custom conversions if I've already installed my Insight tag? The reason is conversion tracking helps you measure and optimize the actions visitors take on your website after seeing your ad. So things like filling out a form on your website, registering for an event, adding an item to their cart, downloading a white paper, installing your app, these are all opportunities for LinkedIn to actually trigger that Insight tag and retarget you at a later time down the road. Now that you have your custom conversions set up, the last step is to ensure that your lead automation is running smoothly. To set up automation with LinkedIn, we highly recommend using the tool Zapier to automatically bring any lead you generate from LinkedIn directly to your CRM, or even just a Google spreadsheet if you don't currently have a CRM set up. The one downside with using Zapier is you will have to pay for it. I think it's like $20 or $50 a month, depending on which tier you use, but it is 100% worth it. Here's how you set up Zapier with LinkedIn ads. Okay, you're gonna wanna head over to Google Drive and create a new Google spreadsheet. Now you can see a teammate of ours has already created an example one. We just called it Example Zapier. Next, you'll want to go over to your LinkedIn ad account and create a test lead form. Once you've done that, you're ready to get started. Jump over to Zapier and make sure you create a new account. Remember, you're gonna have to pay for the premium account if you want to use the LinkedIn connection. Once you have an account, click on Create a Zap. Then search for LinkedIn and choose the LinkedIn lead gen forms. Just a heads up, this again is a premium feature that you'll have to pay to use. Click on that link and it will take you to your trigger setup. Click on the trigger event and choose New Form Response, which means that once someone submits a form on LinkedIn ads, you'll automatically trigger the Zap to initiate the automation into your CRM. Next, click Continue. After that, you're gonna wanna click on Choose Your Account. And if you're an agency like us, you should see all of your different client accounts, or if you're just doing this for your own company, you should probably be able to just see your account. So for this video, we'll choose Coefficient Labs. Then I'll choose the lead form we created at the very beginning, then click Continue. After that, you want to test your trigger by clicking on the button. Clicking that button should pull the test lead we've just submitted into the Zapier account. You should be able to actually see the code right there. And again, click the Continue button. After you've created your Zap, it's time to put it into action. Go back to Zapier and choose the app Google Sheets. Then create a spreadsheet row, then click Continue. Now, if you take a look at the form we made, we are only asking for first name, last name, and email, but you can add any additional fields as well, such as job title, company name, or other custom fields that you can create. So after you've set up your trigger, the next step is to define an action. Start by clicking on Google Sheets. Then for the action event, click on the Create Spreadsheet row. Then click on Continue. Then click to connect your account and click Continue again until the Drive headline. Under the Drive headline, choose My Google Drive. And for the spreadsheet, use the spreadsheet that you created at the very beginning of this lesson. If you remember, we called ours Example Zapier. Then for the worksheet, just click on Sheet 1. Once you're at this step, Zapier should already be pulling in your headers from the spreadsheet. Then just choose first name, then last name, then email with email address. And again, remember, depending on how many fields you're capturing in your LinkedIn lead form, you'll be able to pull those headers directly into your spreadsheet and into Zapier. Then click Continue, and that's basically it. From there, you can send a test, and you should be able to see that that test was sent right there in your Zapier account. See how it says test was successful? That's a good sign. And if you notice, it also says a spreadsheet row was sent to Google Sheets just now. So if you go back to your Google spreadsheet, you should see that test lead there as well. And that's how you know that Zapier is working. Then all you need to do is click Turn Zap On. And once you've done that, make sure to name your Zap and get the heck out of there. Okay, so you just officially launched your campaign manager, you installed your insight tag, created your first custom conversions, and you've even set up your lead automation with Zapier. On next week's lesson, we're going to take a deep dive into audience creation using LinkedIn ads. Remember, the insight tag and conversion tracking are the foundation of your success. If they're set up incorrectly, you're doomed from the start. From all of us at Coefficient Labs, thank you, and thanks for sharing.